What's poppin', people? Look, y'all better get ready. Y'all better get ready. This AI thing is no joke. Y'all sitting there, see, this is the funny part, is that everybody is you thinking we on some regular shit, but we not on regular shit. This is some new, different shit we on. Like, for instance, here we go. Like, people think AI is going to create more jobs. Does that even make sense? AI is going to create more jobs? How is it going to create more jobs when it's going to take all the current jobs, but it's going to make more jobs? Does that make sense? Let me tell you something. Stop listening to these goddamn wealthy tech people and all the entrepreneurs that are rocking around them, swirling around them like little freaking flies. Why would AI take these jobs, but it would create some other jobs that it couldn't take? That makes sense. Wouldn't it take the new jobs too? Especially if you put AI into robots. And now the jobs that people think, because people are like, well, it's not going to take my job. I'm a plumber. I'm a electrician. I build houses. I do this. I do that. You think we're going to stop at information jobs? You think we're going to stop at customer service and accountants and lawyers and stuff? This is going to continue until it takes all jobs. And then we have no idea what's going to happen after that. Doesn't it scare you a little bit that your whole destiny is in the hands of not a lot of tech giants? Those guys are running the world right now. They decide everything. Why? Because they took our information. So first of all, they know how to market every single thing on the planet to us. They're able to just take all the money from the advertisers because they can pinpoint market to you, because constantly your camera and your mic is on all the time on your phone, unless you cut your phone off and put tape on this and cover that and do this and that, and you got a Amazon Alexa in your house or a Google, whatever they use. You got something in your house that's helping you, and it seems great. This is great. It cuts on my lights, it turns the TV on and off, it plays music, it locks my doors. Yay! It's even connected to my car. Isn't it scary that everything is so interconnected? My daughter wants me to buy a new electric car so bad, and I'm just like, I just need something that's not connected to the grid. Like I'm curious, because I have a 2015 Nissan Rogue, which according to AI is not it's not like a modern day electric car as far as the AI part of it is. It's more like, let's see, going to chat. Let's see what chat says. One of my favorite reasons for Chat GPT is that it has the talk feature. You know, I like to not have to. She's already listening right now. Her name is Sheila. How you doing, Sheila? I'm doing wonderful. Listen, Sheila, I got a question. I have a 2015 Nissan Rogue. How much AI is in that Nissan Rogue?
Glad to hear you're doing wonderful. The 2015 Nissan Rogue doesn't have advanced AI like modern vehicles, but it does include some intelligent features. It has basic driver assistance systems like a rear view camera, optional blind spot monitoring, and some basic collision warning systems. But it doesn't have the kind of AI-driven features you'd find in newer models, like advanced self-driving capabilities or fully integrated AI assistance.
Interesting. Now tell me this. Let's say, for instance, that a bad AI or a hacker or even a crazy tech CL decides to take his car or take any car that is electric on the road and decides to say, I want to stop this car from moving right now. Is that possible?
In theory, a highly connected and automated vehicle with remote access capabilities could be vulnerable to hacking or malicious control. However, a 2015 Nissan Rogue doesn't have the level of connectivity or automation that would make it easy to remotely stop or control it.
Thank you. Are you going to you just going to keep talking? See, she's going to just keep talking sometimes. I love her, but sometimes you just be talking. Anyway, you see, I kind of want to keep my Nissan Rogue because I feel like it's something that's not 1,000% on the grid. I don't know how much on the grid I would be with that Nissan Rogue, but maybe I'll hold on to that and feel some level of when the shit hits the fan, because I do believe there's going to be a day where some things are not going to be as they seem, and some craziness is going to happen. I believe there's some craziness coming down the pike. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I think there's some craziness coming down the pike. Anyway, I'm just saying that you should be prepared. Now, everybody's level of preparedness is different. I don't know how you prepare versus how I would prepare. Right now, I'm not prepared. I'm starting to think about getting prepared. Because like I said, you don't know what tomorrow is going to bring, and the power is in the hands of a few people who I'm sure are prepared for the worst. Because they're years ahead of us. They're months and years ahead of us as far as what they're building. I literally feel like they're in their laboratories like, this is going to be crazy. Like, that's the mentality I feel, that they're back there building stuff, and there's a little bit of, this is incredible. And then like the other half is like, make sure I have a helicopter on top of my house so I can get away real quick. Also, I need a fully stocked house over in the middle of Hawaii. Lots of food, and get me a DVD player. Get me a DVD player. I want all the movies. Give me every movie you can possibly, even stuff I don't like, because I might be up there for a while. So after I finish watching The Burbs, which is one of my favorite movies, and The Matrix, then I got to start watching, Driving Miss Daisy and such. Maybe not that. It'd be a while. If I'm watching Miss Daisy, I done been through some serious movies. I don't even know what's on my mind if I'm watching Miss Daisy. But I'm saying all that to say that, I believe these guys, they know the dangers that they're creating. They absolutely know. You're not going to tell me they don't know the monsters that they're creating, and possibly some of the effects of these monsters that are going to insanely do whatever they're going to do. And I think they're prepared. I kind of feel like it's like the end of the world type scenario where the arcs are being built for a select few, and the rest of us are going to have to just drown and fall into the earth and all that other stuff. So start preparing, start listening, start understanding. Watch some podcasts, figure out what AI is, and take every single crazy thing in your imagination and it's, think about that. Like, it's everything in your imagination is possible now. Just think about the cell phone now. You remember when that was just like on Star Trek. That was just some fantasy stuff. And now all of a sudden you walking around, you have full access to the whole world in your pocket. You literally have access to the whole world in your pocket. You can find out anything you want to find out. You can find out how to start a company in minutes. You can put your medical history up there and know what to eat and know what to drink and know how to act and to stay alive a little bit longer. You have GPS, you know how to get to and from anywhere on this planet that you want to get to. You can order food, you can get tickets, you can buy vehicles delivered straight to your imagination. Whatever it makes up, you can make possible now, which is incredible. It's incredible, but it's also terrifying the other stuff that you could be able to do, like, bio warfare or creating nukes, or any of the bad stuff is as possible as the good stuff. So you need to be educated on what tomorrow will bring and how you're going to maneuver. Right now I have an 11-year-old daughter, and it is insane to think like her and I talk all the time. Like, I don't think there's going to be a need for college. I really don't. Like, she has 8 years, 7 years before I have to even, before she goes to college. For what? 8 years from now, let's take technology, which is growing exponentially every couple of months, and go 8 years into the future. What? You think kids will be going to college in 8 years, 7 years? You think they'll be applying for jobs? They can't apply for jobs now. So what are they going to be applying for in 8 years? What are we going to be doing in 8 years? What are these mega techs going to be selling to us in 8 years? Where are we going to get the income in 8 years to even buy the stuff that they're going to continue trying to sell to us as they hoard billions and trillions of dollars? It just is unfathomable. None of it makes sense. And you got certain people in certain places that are doing things that are making other things possible and not possible that are going to affect us even faster. So prep. First of all, go to your chat GPT, have some conversations, find out what it knows, find out what you could do. If there was certain events that could possibly happen, how would you maneuver through those events? Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if it's time for you to start learning how to pop, 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 pop. You might need that as well. So I say all that to say that I'm probably going to keep my 2015 Nissan up and running, just in case that a couple of y'all going to be broke down on the highway, and I'm just being sci-fi dude right now. Like some of y'all cars just going to just stop and just be sitting out there. And I just want to be able to weave through you for a little while until one of you overtakes me and beats the hell out of me and steals my car. But then, of course, I'm going to have a couple of pews in there. So it's going to be a battle royale is what I'm saying. But forget all that nonsense. Just get prepped. Be ready. Look, first of all, go enjoy your life. I'm going to tell you that now. The good thing that you should do, go take a walk. Enjoy time with your family. I quit my 9 to 5 so I could do not only content creation, but be with my family, be with my daughter and my son and my granddaughter and my parents and my friends and my brother and my lady, because who the hell knows what we're going to be doing tomorrow? You know what I'm saying? So enjoy the moments. Go do something that you love. Do a lot of things that you love. Quit worrying about the BS. Quit worrying about the BS, because that's what it is. The BS is the BS. The rat race is the rat race. Who cares what's going on in the rat race? It doesn't matter. There's not going to be a rat race much longer. The jobs that you know now are not going to exist much longer. I really don't believe that they're going to hang around. So start getting ready. Let me ask chat real quick. Hey, chat, what do you think about, my daughter would be going to college in approximately 7 years. Do you think there's going to be a job market, or do you think there's going to be a need for college at the rate of speed that AI is moving right now? Will there be a need for college in 7 years?
That's a great question. The job market is definitely evolving rapidly with AI, but a college education will likely still hold value in 7 years. The kinds of skills in demand might shift more towards tech literacy, critical thinking, creativity, and problem solving. Colleges might adapt by offering more interdisciplinary programs and focusing on skills that AI can't easily replicate. So while the landscape might change, a college education could still be a valuable asset for many career paths.
Okay. I'm gonna let her have that. There will be some needs for certain things. I believe that there will be people in the medical field that'll still need that kind of education. But if you're going to college for humanities, if you're going there to learn how to deal with other humans and how to decipher real from fake, yes, college makes sense. But a career path, I'd be very interested in seeing what we're going to be doing in 7 years as far as college, as far as jobs. And I hope there's a UBI on deck. This was just a BS babble. I just wanted to babble a little bit and just rant, because I listen to a lot of podcasts. I'm listening to all of these tech CEOs just tell you how great things are going to be. No one tells you the horror stories. And I get it. It's bad marketing to tell you the horror stories. But the horror stories are out there, and they know the horror stories. So I think we should be preparing like they prepare. And I know they preparing. You ain't gonna tell me they're not preparing. You ain't gonna tell me that each one of these mega rich tech CEOs doesn't have their beautiful mansion out in California and their studios and buildings and offices in beautiful California, but somewhere around this big old blue globe are facilities ready to house and hide these individuals from not only the terrors that they're going to put upon us, but the effects of all of these terrors from. I think natural occurrences could be a thing. I think bad actors are going to do things with this AI that are going to possibly affect some or a lot of us. Or, big droves of humans are going to be affected by some of the stuff this AI is going to do, which is terrifying. And they're going to go hide. They're going to be in caves and big giant structures built just for them, to take care of them and all of their computers and internet access. And they'll sit back and watch. They'll sit back and watch us like a bunch of ants scrambling around, being trampled upon and dying. And some of you actually put them in the position to do that. It irritates me because I never elected any of these people. I never said, hey, I want this person to be in charge of everything or this person. They were able to put themselves in a position and entice us with the technology, which we willingly took the technology. Oh, yeah, with the sneaky little contracts they put in there that no one reads, and they knew you wouldn't read them. So it's our fault that they couldn't be forthright and say, hey, you might want to read that contract. We're going to take your information. No, they can't say that because that's evil talk. That's something that they should say. You ain't got to tell the whole contract, but if you're stealing people's information, you could, hey, get our phones, get our computers, get our technology, but we are going to own your information. Because all day, every day, they're going to be sitting in a courtroom going, hey, all you had to do is read the contract. And they knew no one was reading the contract. And not to mention, it's not like it's on page 1. First thing goes, hey, we're going to own your information if you get this. Now, granted, most people would have did it anyway. They wouldn't have gave a shit. You take my information, I ain't got nothing to hide, It's not the fact that you have anything to hide. It's that you're going to constantly be marketed to. And what happens if your life changes and something does happen that is not expected to happen? And now you are on the grid. They know where you are. Or if you're fighting the system, if you're fighting the power, and they see that you're fighting the power, they can look you up very easily. They own your information. They have your information. They can find everything about you, and they can make your life very bad very quickly. Now, call it sci-fi, but I believe the capabilities out there, and it's pretty scary. We got AI watching you walk up the sidewalk. Everything is watching you now. We are all being watched all the time. This Big Brother thing was real. They used to talk about that all the way back in the 80s and before. But we are constantly being watched. Your phone's watching you. Probably my camera's watching me. I wouldn't even be surprised if there was a way my camera could watch me. It's an older camera, but who knows? I got a laptop right here looking right at me. I got my iMac's looking right at me. Alexa listening. Right, Alexa? Oh, now you don't want to talk. See, but it's all right there. It's all looking at you. Where's my phone? My phone's right here. Phone's blinking. So there we go. Everything's looking at you, listening, gathering information, and trigger words are being pushed whichever direction they need to be pushed. Oh, he said this, and push that over that way. You can get off the grid. I intend on getting off the grid one day. Hopefully I'll get to that day and I'll just be like, But right now I'm on the grid like you are. If we weren't on the grid, we wouldn't. I wouldn't be talking. You wouldn't be listening. But just be prepared. Learn about AI. Go and talk to your AI. Do your research. listen to a lot of podcasts, find out about different things, find out how this stuff is affecting you, find out what they're doing with it, find out what its capabilities are. You might not find out what they're doing with it, but find out what the capabilities are, and then you'll get an idea of what they could do with it. And that's just as scary. Even if you don't know if they're doing that now, just find out what it can do, what it can't do, how it can help you, how it can hurt you, how it's going to be useful or not useful for your kids. Get in the game is all I'm saying. Know what's going on. A lot of y'all have no clue anything about AI, and you like it that way. But this isn't like learning how to do karate. You like, I don't need karate. I just will stay out of fights. No, it's not that. We're talking about stuff that's going to affect the very existence of humanity. That's how big this is. So you might want to know, especially if you have loved ones or things, or kind of like the way the system is built right now, you need to find out what's going on, because things are changing so fast right in front of your eyes to the point that no one knows what's next. How do you even put your feet on the ground now? How do you even put your feet on the ground now and figure out what you're going to do next, when by the time your feet hit the ground, you got to jump again because it's gotten new again? All right? That's all I got to say right now. I'm just ranting. I'm just ranting. I'm a fan and I'm not a fan. Okay? So do some research. Find out what the hell's going on. All right? All right? Let's do this. This is me and you. We not on their side. They don't know who you are. They don't care if you exist or don't exist. It's just me and you. All right? Let's get ready for this. I'm out.